So, this meditation is entitled Late Winter Walk, and I consider it a time for renewal and hope. And so, we're going to start our meditation as we typically do by just closing our eyes, getting comfortable, turning to our breath. And begin to just focus on your breath and feel that relaxation moving through your body. We're going to dive right in with some imagery. I want you to imagine that you're walking on a beautiful late winter or early spring morning. It could be a path you know well, a path you've walked often, maybe every day, or it could be a path that is new to you and exists only in your mind. Whatever it is, I invite you to breathe and just imagine that path. I invite you to imagine that the weather is cool but comfortable as you begin your journey. And I invite you to be mindful of the sounds around you and the things that you see. And with each thing we will make note of, we're going to take time to feel gratitude and a moment to relax and gain the wisdom of the creation story that is all around us. Now, just like any walk, we're aware of the noise that is around us. Unless we're in a really isolated area, most of our walks have traffic or barking dogs or passing cars, and that's okay. Just as we carve out a space for peace and move on in our walk, we can do so on the walk in our minds as well. And so we begin by taking a deep breath and focusing on our breathing. And we know that we can take those moments of distraction and just let them go. They pass through our mind just as the noisy car passes us on our walk. And we return to a moment of quiet calm. So too, these thoughts that distract us on this walk, we can let pass through. And they become just part of the background noise. And so, focusing on our breathing, we take time to note the things that are happening. And maybe the first thing we feel as we begin our walk is the temperature of the air. Take a moment breathing and see how that feels as the air comes in through your nose. How does the air feel on your skin? As you continue on your journey, you feel the cool, comforting breeze. You may feel the breeze on your face. And so we take a moment of gratitude for air, life-giving, sustaining. And we pause here a moment to take in the nourishment of that air that gives life, that refreshes, that cools and comforts us. The next thing we might notice is the warmth of the sun. Again, a life-giving element. The sun brings growth and energy. So maybe we imagine that we pause amid our walk and feel the warmth of the sun on our face, and allow that sun to energize us, to renew us, to give life. And we spend a few moments here just breathing and basking in that warmth as we give gratitude for life-giving energy. Next, we continue on our walk, remembering that we can let go of all distractions as they come through our minds. And as we walk in whatever setting we're in, we notice that the snow is melting. There are still patches of snow, but the water is beginning to run off. There may be puddles or pools of water that we have to step through or around. Maybe there are little rivulets of water that come in front of us as the snow melts. We may see the sun dance on the water as we walk. We take a moment of gratitude for the life-giving water that sustains the earth and us. And we pause for a moment and notice the melting snow, the quietness of that energy returning to the soil as the water melts. Now, as we continue our walk, we begin to notice that things are coming to life all around us. even on a late winter day, we notice that the patches where the snow has melted, there's life. Even amid the browns of the dead grass and leaves from last fall, there begin to be little sprigs of green. There may even be the first little sprigs of soft buds beginning to come up. We take a moment of gratitude for the renewing energy of the circle of life, for that assurance that spring comes, that life continues, and we allow that to renew us. I want you to notice that there is a small patch of snow, still not melted, but a small little crocus is beginning to come up through the snow. Some little bulb, nourished by the warmth of the sun, comes up through the snow. It is a reminder that even in the winter of our journey, there is hope. So we take a moment of gratitude for life's resilience. Now we pay attention to the other senses as we continue our walk. What do we hear? Maybe the wind rustling through the trees, the birds chirping, birds we haven't heard much all winter, but now there seems to be a cacophony of bird calls coming to life. We listen as they call to one another, and we spend a moment focusing on the sounds of life's renewing energy. And next we focus on what it is that we smell. Often there is a crispness in the air. It's different than when we walked in the dead of winter. There are sweet scents now. Grass, budding trees, warmth in the air. And we can sense that things are coming to life. And so we take a moment in gratitude for the renewing energy of life around us. . And now I invite you to spend a few moments here just taking it all in. Whatever it is that has appealed to you on this walk, whatever has nourished you, whatever sense was triggered, just spend a few moments breathing into that, giving gratitude for that opportunity. And before we leave this meditation, we're mindful of what we have learned here. And we recognize that we can engage in this exercise anytime. We don't have to wait for a warm day or a day without rain or a day with sunshine. We don't have to be in the mood for a physical walk. We can take this stroll in our own mind and tap into the healing and renewing energy of nature around us. And so I invite you to mark this path as a way of knowing that you can return here anytime you want. And as we draw this meditation to a close, I invite you to take 3 deep, full breaths. And when you are ready, open your eyes.